Hey, it's Sol, and at the moment, Blessed Hammer and Hammer of the Righteous have no cooldown or charges. And Red Aura was nerfed to the ground, so I'm gonna assume that the class is just busted for now, and will be fixed in a later build. In the meantime, I'm gonna share some random stuff that I've been finding in the alpha and react to a couple of developments. So here goes. People have complained about an upcoming nerf to Water Striders and Legion that they'll be expansion specific. For low level alts, I feel ya. It does kind of suck that you can't walk on water on top of your enchanted heirlooms, XP potions, and flight. Yeah, real bummer, guys. For those of you that are angry enough that you can't fly at the start of Legion and the Water Strider nerf is making things worse, here's the little tip. At your earliest convenience, go to High Mountain. In this video I took a flight point for demonstration, but you can very easily get to this area. So easy that, there it is. So, okay, yeah, that's it. You get it and that's it, you're done. You now have a ring that lets you walk and mount on water passively. Hooray. Just don't wear it when going into Neltharion's lair dungeon. It's not going to be pretty. And yes, it appears that at the moment it works everywhere. A while back I talked about why artifacts should not be called artifacts within the lore's narrative. The video wasn't very well liked, but it's not like I was trying to start a revolution either. But since then, a few builds have been deployed and hey, look at that, the text has been cleaned up. I bet $1 that that video had pretty much zero to do with the change, but it's nice to know that my opinion was on the same page as someone at Blizzard. Or I can take all the credit. That's right, baby, me. So credit goes to Adam to Remember from Reddit for this neat little find, and I had to see it for myself. In Stormheim, there's this really big statue, that one right there. You'll think that, hey, that's neat until you discover that someone built a big old passageway inside the thing. It's a long way up, like hella long. But hey, you get an achievement just for being there. Once you get up to the top, there's not too much to do except to take this secret passage and come out of his ear. Yeah, kinda neat. The flight deck in Dalaran isn't a big deal really until you look over the edge, right there. It's a sight to behold being able to see almost every zone in the Broken Isles before your eyes. Keep in mind too that this isn't exactly a problem of zones being smaller, and some of the zones in Legion do feel really dense, but the view distance in Legion looks like it's gotten even wider. Perception makes a big impression though, and lore-wise I don't think it's a good idea to have a floating city in line of sight of the Tomb of Sargeras. I hope that by launch there's a kind of fog or shroud or shield or something that doesn't let us see too much from up here, but if we happen to fly outside of this Dalaran cloak thing, then sure, yeah, we can see all the Broken Isles. This is the town of Bradensbrook. It's a typical quest hub with stuff to gather, folks to save, and of course undead assassins. No big deal. But yeah, people from Gilneas. What are they doing out here? It's a long way from home. And they've been here since before the Legion was around, seeing as how there's kids and the place looks pretty settled in. And why did they settle next to this? This here is Blackrook Hold, an ancient night elf stronghold with a lot of history and lore that recently started bursting around with undead activity. Thanks, Legion. These folks made a pretty bad call to settle in, and I hope for the best for them, but yeah. This here is Mucksnout Den. This cave is reasonably big and has a few quests inside. It's not really a big deal until you go down there. Down there is almost certain death. This area is populated with max level elite spiders that hit like max level elite spiders. That's right, world scaling does not apply down here. And there's no escape. There's no ramp, no ladder, and even those wooden bridges over there, they don't mean a damn thing. They lead into walls. And there are max level elite kobolds roaming around there too. Your only way out is to hearth or use your class recall skill. You can mount up in here so later you can probably fly your way out, but be careful when questing here otherwise, especially if you end up PvPing against someone and they happen to have knockback. Finally, in Northern High Mountain, let's check out the water nearby and take a look at, well, what most players tend to not care about, what's under the water. This area is fascinating for a few reasons. One is that these torches are still lit. Like, really, come on. These things have been running since the Sundering. And two is that the runes are even here. It's cool with how much detail is being put into the world, even though we tend to fly or run past it so quickly. Could this have a meaning though? Maybe adventure mode will play a part and lead us to this remote location. Maybe. Maybe I'll get a quest to put those torches out. But that's it for now. I'm gonna be going really in depth with how the new legendary system is going to work, like, a good video this time. So click the sub button if you wanna, or otherwise stay tuned. I'm Soul. Stay breezy.